Hello and welcome to another fun-filled how-to video from Ready Made Web. I'm Cord Bloomquist, and today we're going to be talking about Quantcast, the traffic measurement site that's a little bit like Google Analytics but a little bit different. So how is this like Google Analytics? Quantcast does the same thing in that it puts a little bit of code on your site and helps you measure your traffic. So we can see here the traffic for Gawker Media. So Gawker Media gets on a day-to-day basis, according to Quantcast here, 260,000 uniques worldwide. On a monthly basis, 3.9 million uniques. That's a lot of traffic, and this is similar to the data that we would see in Google Analytics. We can see the frequency of visits, how many page views the site gets per month, the normal sort of things that we expect to see from any good analytics package. But this data is based on what's called survey data. Survey data means putting that code directly on the site and tracking what's going on. What Quantcast does is combines that survey data with panel data. That's data taken from panels of users so that you can get information about what sex a person is, their age, their race or ethnicity, whether or not they have kids in the house, their income level, and their educational level. So here you can see that Gawker is primarily male. It's predominantly middle-aged people, definitely people over the age of 18. It looks like it's mainly Caucasian folks, primarily people without children in the house. They're less affluent people, but there's a fair share of graduates and postgraduates. So it's interesting demographic data, lets you know a little something about who your audience is rather than just how many of them there are. So to install Quantcast on your site and get the same benefits, just started an account here at Quantcast.com. So I've started a site for Ready Made Web, and I'm going to generate a tag and throw it onto the site now to show you how easy it is. So just hit Generate Tag under Quantify Your Site, hit Copy. Okay, we're done with that window. I'm going to go into the back end of WordPress and Ready Made Web, and here's our footer scripts pane. In these thesis options we have for a thesis theme. If you're not using thesis or another framework theme for WordPress, I'd recommend it. It makes doing these sorts of little changes so much easier. We hit our big ass save button. Those are the inventors of thesis, their sense of humor showing through there. And now we're going to hit scan our site. So I'm back at Quantcast. I've got the code running on my site. I'm going to hit readymadeweb.com. Scan my site. It's taking a look at a few pages here. It's going to see that that code has now been put into the footer of the site, and it should come back successfully installed. Well, this may take a moment or two, but once everything is installed, it's going to take a few days for Quantcast to measure your site. It usually takes a week to 10 days for it to give you any sort of accurate demographics information, and that's a real good thing. It's great that Quantcast takes its time and collects a lot of data before making proclamations on who it is that's visiting your site. It means they're taking the time to get an accurate sample size and to compare your data with the data of other sites. So that's Quantcast. That's how you learn about who your audience is, not just how many of them there are. And thanks for visiting Ready Made Web again.